everyone, and welcome to my channel, or welcome back. My name is Elizabeth. I hope you could really hear this. It is only, it's like 7:40 in the morning. I have to have the TV on because my room is really dark. Like my apartment, my room in my apartment is like in a corner where I only have one window. It's there. And on the other side of the window is the elevator. And then on that side of my apartment, I have no neighbors. Then this side is the pool, but there's two other bedrooms, which is my son's room and my mother-in-law's room. And then this way is the hallway, so I really only have a front neighbor. Anyway, so because of the wall that's on this side, it's really dark in here. I love it. It's easy to sleep. And we have blackout curtains anyways. But in honor of releasing 10 just coming out, which that was a mission to get, because I did not pre-order it. It snuck up on me. I was not expecting it to come out so soon, so I didn't have a chance. I didn't have a chance to pre-order it. Hold on. I'm saying I didn't have a chance to pre-order it, so I was chasing it down for 2 weeks. I went to Walmart various times during the week to see, maybe they had it. My local Walmart never had it. I had to go to a Target in the county above me, and it was the last one. Like, whenever you go at Target and you place an order, like for them to pick it up for you and give it to me in your car. I think it was one of those, because it wasn't one of that type of car, and I took the last one in the store. So if that was yours and you just never ended up getting it, I'm sorry. Sorry, but not sorry. So anyways, in honor of that book, I thought that it's time for a new reading vlog, reading the Tommen series. It's a very hyped series. I've had former students who have read it and she liked it. She says that yes, the book is big, but it reads super easy. So I'm kind of excited about reading this, because I think it's about time. I have all 6 books just sitting on my shelf. So I think it's time to finally start reading The Boys of Tommen and see what the hullabaloo and the fuss is about. So I'm going to start reading now, because I'm already awake anyways. And they're coming supposedly to fix my air conditioner today. And I will let you guys know my thoughts as I read the book. So catch you guys soon. Okay guys, quick update. Yes, my daughter is sleeping again, and I am like in a little bookshop corner. I haven't really shown you guys. I have like, you can't see her, but I have like little Disney dolls there. There's other ones here. This is like my daughter's collection. Anyways, update on Binding 13. I am almost 50% into the book, and it's been like a day. I have to admit, I did get a good chunk read because my husband had like a really important doctor's appointment, and we left the kids with my mother-in-law, which gave me time to just like sit there and read. But I feel so bad for Shannon. It's like this poor girl has been abused her whole life. I hope that's not a spoiler, but whatever. She's been abused her whole life. And then another thought that I had, how does Johnny, being 6'3", fit into an Audi A5? Like, hold on, I'm getting a phone call. Like, seriously, how does he fit in one? Because that's a tiny car. Well, it's not tiny, but I don't think somebody that's 6'3" would be able to fit comfortably in that car. Anyways, I am laughing to myself. I'm giggling. It's exactly what I needed. I was in a little bit of a book slump, and I feel like coming out of it. I really, really, really want to finish this series. The other ones are all right here. This is the one that took me about 2 weeks to chase down, but it's okay. I got her. She's right here. She's thick. She will get read. Can't guarantee you when I'll finish, because this weekend, like, we're going away to go like house hunting up in the new place where we want to move, so we shall see how much reading I can get done. But you best believe that I will be taking my Kindle and I will be reading whenever I can. I can't read in the car though, because I do get a headache. But I am loving the book. There was something else I wanted to share. Okay, so I'm at the part where she kind of stood up to her mom, because if you haven't read the book, something happens and then her mom feels that it's Johnny's fault. So her mom's like, oh no, Johnny's not supposed to to be near her, talk to her, or anything like that. But Shannon kind of stands up for Johnny. And I'm kind of glad that she did, because she's kind of telling her mom the truth and how she feels. And it's like, yes, that is exactly what she needs to do. And I'm kind of glad she told her mom that. Her mom is 4 months pregnant in the book. So having had 2 pregnancies, I know the stress could really affect a pregnancy. But poor Shannon, she needed to get it off her chest. I'm kind of glad that she stood up to Johnny in that aspect. Like I said, I'm about like 40% is almost halfway. And I have not been able to read today because I had to take my mother-in-law to a dental appointment. And then I had to do groceries, come home, unload the groceries, feed the kids, put them to bed. But it doesn't matter because now that it's nap time, I can go ahead and read some more. So I will go ahead and I will update you when there is something to update you guys on. Okay guys, I am back. I don't even know where the last clip ended. It has literally been a whirlwind. I am driving because I am on my way to my new school board, for the whole payment thing, which is really silly because I already did that online. But anyways, even though I have not been updating you guys, okay, so I moved on the 11th, got to my new place at 7 at night. And mind you, it's like 4 hours away from where I used to live. All the furniture, like the big furniture, got up here at like 9:30. So the platoon of people that we had helping us, thank the Lord for them, they unpacked all the major furniture. So like the dining room table, the bedroom furniture. They built the beds. We went to bed at like 3 in the morning on the 12th, just saying. However, that does not mean that I have not read. I have the books with me, but I am proud to say that I finished Binding 13.
Continue straight onto North Broadway Avenue.
Sorry, that's my GPS. Still don't know where I'm going. I did finish Binding 13. I love the way... Oh, wrong lane. Excuse me. Thank you. I do love how she finished the book because she left it on a huge cliffhanger where if I did not have the second book, I would have died. Because I don't even know if you all can see me. Hello. I'm hoping you can't because I can't see without my sunglasses because the sun is bothering me. But anyways, I love how she ended it because it really makes you want to and have to pick up the second book. I haven't been reading as much because even though I've been here for almost 2 weeks, you really don't know how much junk and crap you truly have until you move. And that is what we have been doing. We have been unpacking. We have a garage now, so
for half a mile.
I can't say most because that's a lie. We've cleared out most of the garage, but there's like a centerpiece, like a part in the middle that my husband put all my teaching stuff in. So until that moves, that's not going to be able to get moved until the first when I can get into my classroom. But he moved it out of the corner so we can put the bikes away. It's just, okay, long story short, whatever. So it's been about 2 weeks and we're still moving in. But I have been reading. I am about 33% into the second book, keeping 13. I do like Johnny and Shannon's story. I do feel that sometimes it's a little bit repetitive. So if you know, you know. Let's see if I can describe what part of the book I am in. Okay, so her dad is gone and he has yet to be seen. That's where I'm at. I don't know if he will be seen soon. That I'm not sure of, but for now, he is gone. Nowhere to be found. Johnny is still taking care of Shannon and they are officially a couple. Like he asked her if she wanted to be his girlfriend and they're kind of there. That's where I'm at. I am liking the story. It's taken me a while. I have to sneeze now. Excuse me.
Right lane to turn right onto West Main Street, then turn left onto South Floral Avenue.
And then see, people drive bad up here just like they do in Miami. It's like they drive so slow. Or maybe it's just me that I'm just used to my Miami driving.
Turn left onto South Floral Avenue.
You guys can't even see me there. I am really liking the storyline. I don't even know who book 3 is about anymore, but I am really excited to continue going. I had to get like a piece of furniture that goes under my TV. So my daughter has taken possession of that with her books. And I'm waiting because we've spent a lot of money that right now we really don't have. And I'm waiting a little while so that I can get a big bookshelf from Amazon to put it on the wall that's between my room and my kids' room, so that I can display my books. But at the end of the day, I did end up finding my collection of the Tommen, the Boys of Tommen series, so that I can continue physically reading them, because I've been reading them on my Kindle, because my Kindle's been my best friend, especially throughout this whole move. But now that I found the books, I can go ahead and double team. I can physically read, let's say when the kids are napping, and then I can read on my Kindle before going to bed. But yes, those are my updates. I have officially moved. I am loving the book series so far, so it was very well worth it to hunt down the last one, or the newest one, which is releasing 10. Because I'm gonna be honest with you, the closest Barnes to me, either way, like if I go east or west or just anywhere around me, is an hour away. I did find a Books A Million, which is, I don't even know how far away, maybe 10 minutes away, 15 minutes, I don't even know, because I had never been to that part of my city, and I don't think I would be able to find that part of my city on myself, like without a GPS. But that one was about like 15 minutes away, but I'm not a fan of Books A Million. I had one back home, which was like half an hour away, so I would only go there just to say that I went in and just, you know, to see when I was in the area. I wouldn't go out of my way to go to the area, but I guess it, like, that's what like it works, I guess, if I have no other choice. But yes, I wanted to update you guys. I made it to my new city, so sorry if I did not do a really good job in updating you with, like, I don't know what part of the first book to like the 32nd part of the second book. But either way, I haven't forgotten. I've just been busy, but I will keep you guys updated the more I read. It's horrible. I know. I haven't updated you guys in forever, but this is my new classroom. Part of it, that door is like my office. You go through it, you go through my partner's classroom. But anyways, I'm on book 3 of The Boys of Tom, and I loved book 2. For me to literally laugh out loud in a book, it is very difficult for me to do that. And that is something that book had me doing. It had me laughing and crying. Now, it was a little predictable in the sense of, like, when Shannon called Johnny towards the end of the book because something was off with her dad, I started piecing the pieces together, and I'm like, this is what's gonna happen. And then I couldn't stop reading, but it was like 11:30 and I needed to get up early to go to work the following day. So I had to put it down, and when I did read, it was what I thought it was gonna be because all the clues were there. So that part, of course, had me wanting. But then what happened with Johnny and Gibbsy in the treehouse? Oh my God, I was literally laughing and I wasn't laughing now, but I was like laughing to the point where I was like shaking the bed, because I'm reading at night now because it's easier. I was like, oh my God, I'm gonna wake up my husband. But no. Book 3 is Joey's story. I don't know if I'm as invested because I know kind of how Joey's story plays out, because him and Shannon, they're siblings, so it's kind of like the same ending in a way. I do like how he met. Okay, if you listen to the book, and according to the pronunciation, it's Aoife. I call her Iofi because that's my way of pronouncing, but whatever, how he met the girlfriend and how they got together. It's a smaller book, thank God, because the first 2 were massive, and it took me over a month to read book 2. I've been busy, but I'm liking it so far. It's not bad. You see some of the struggles that Joey had. You see his perspective on things, his relationship with his family. This is before Sean, the youngest brother, was alive. So you kind of get to see, not alive, but like before he was born, before he was conceived and all of that. So you kind of do get to see a little bit of that. You did not see that with Sharon's story, obviously. So I am really invested in the series. I am loving the series. When I bring the books, I will show you that something that I found on Instagram, and it has to do with the covers. It was actually kind of interesting. But yes, I am about 30% into book 3, so when I have something to update you guys on, I will let you know. I am really bad. I have not updated you guys, and I don't even know how long it's been anymore. However, I did finish book 3 the other day. I have to say it's not my favorite. I give it maybe a 4-star because I already knew a lot of what happened. I knew a lot of the family dynamic from where Shannon and Joey come from. I knew that Aoife, that's how you pronounce it according to the audiobook, and Joey were together. It did show us how they got together, but now I'm in book 4. I'm like 25% into book 4, and oh my. If you see the indie published cover, the couple that you see, there's something on that cover. And I was waiting to see if it was like at the end of how Shannon and Joey and Johnny's book ended. But no, it's before that. So she has yet to tell Joey. So I'm just curious now. How is she going to tell him? How is he going to react? And then it makes me wonder, were there clues to this in book 2 of the series? Because I don't remember ever reading anything like that for it to have caught me off surprise. Or was it that I read it so long ago that I just don't remember? But either way, I'm on book 4. Yes, book 4. 25% in. I am loving this one more than book 3 because, like I said, this was an element of surprise that I was not expecting. So now I'm curious to see how the rest of it plays out. And then I wonder if what happened to the parents in book 2 is going to happen here, if it's going to happen maybe in the next book. How is that going to play out with the situation? If you know, you know, but like the situation that was, or that's happening, I don't know. I'm just super curious. I'm super invested. Cannot wait till later today so that I can continue reading because I can't. Yesterday was like 10:30 and I was super tired. I had a long day of testing. My kids had another test today. Poor kiddo. So I had like 6 tests in 6 days. But yeah, I cannot wait until later today when I put my kids to bed so that I can go ahead and continue reading because I need to see where this is going. So I will catch you guys soon. Today has been a day. I'm still not done with book 4. I want to say because I don't even know. Yes, it's book 4 because Joey's second book. I'm driving as always, so I'm sorry. I have to say I am fully invested in this one. I like this one better than the first book. He already found out of Aoife, or how I call her, Iofi, of her secrets. It wasn't in the best way, but as always, Joey is a trooper and he takes the punches and he rolls with them. So now I'm just waiting to see how the rest happens. I'm waiting to see where the end of book 2 plays in this part of the book. I'm also curious to see if this book will go beyond where book 2 ended. But so I'm still reading. Last night was a night. My daughter didn't go to school today. First time ever missing this school year because I guess she had like a huge piece of phlegm stuck in her throat. And until she literally puked that up, she was puking every single hour last night. Anyways, and then I have to take my car to the dealer tomorrow. So I decided to do groceries today. And you will never believe what I am finally getting in my town. I am finally getting a Barnes & Noble. And yes, I have to say it like that because if not, I would have had to drive an hour either east or west, because I'm like right in the middle of Florida, to go to a Barnes. And you best believe that sign was not there last week when I went to Walmart, because I always go to the same Walmart because it's just on my way. It's the one that's closest to me after work. I am so happy. So now next time, I have to go exploring that shopping center to see if maybe it'll tell me when. Because at the end of the year, I have a little Barnes haul that I need to place. And I was already worried about whose house I would have to send it to. That way my husband doesn't see me getting any more books. But now I can just get them to my store. I'm sorry. I am so ecstatic about that. That just made my reader heart so happy. I am finally getting a Barnes and I do not have to travel 3,000 miles to go find one. That just made me so happy. Okay, well, that's 2 of my good news is Next time I hop on here, hopefully I would have read a whole lot more. I'm about 50% into the book. So I will definitely keep reading. My mother-in-law called me to let me know that my daughter puked again because she was very inactive and not listening when she was told to sit down and rest after having lunch or whatever food it was that she ate. So hopefully both her and I can get a good night's sleep tonight. And maybe tomorrow she can go to school because she hasn't had a fever. That's the first thing that I checked. She hasn't had a fever. So hopefully she can go back to school tomorrow. But either way, I will keep you updated when I read more of the book. Okay, I don't know why I look so pale here, but I am in my garage. It is cloudy. It's raining. And my daughter's snoring in the back. But anyways, I am 80% into book 3. I finally kind of got to the part that I've been waiting for. So Joey is going off. If you've read book 2, you know where he went to. So I'm at the part where he's getting there. Now, what I want to know is... Sorry, my door just opened, like my house door, and I wanted to see who it was. It was my mom. Now, I want to see what happens when Joey comes back. According to my Kindle, I have like 3 hours left of the book. I don't know if I'll be able to finish that today to then start book 4, which is Gibbs's story. Yes. But I want to finish this book already. I finally got to where I wanted to. I was bawling my eyes out last night. And it's so stupid because I already knew what was going to happen because I know what happened in book 2. But still, it had me crying. I guess just seeing it from Joey's perspective and going through his emotions with what happens to the parents and the kids, it got me. It's that time of the month for me too, so maybe that contributed to it, but it got me. I had to stop myself from reading last night at like 10:30, but every chance that I got today, I was reading. I think my students behaved so bad today during lunch that they got their recess time taken away tomorrow. So tomorrow I should make them all read a book or keep their head down so that I can read my book, whether that be finishing book 3 or taking on book 4. But either way, I finally got to where I wanted to get to. I'm still a little far away because Joey has yet to come back. He has yet to leave, so that means he hasn't come back yet. So I'm really curious to see what happens when he comes back. But yeah, 80% in, 20% to go. Super excited. So I will update you guys when I have something else to update you guys on. I'm back. Last night it was like 11:30 and I finally finished Joey's story. I finally got to where I wanted to go, which was at the end of book 2. I kind of would have wanted more, I don't know, of how the book ended, but that's where I wanted to get. I gave it a 4-star. It was not my favorite. I mean, Joey went through so much. I get it. But to me, it was just like a repetition of everything that he and Shannon had gone through. So I kind of knew where things were going. I knew what was going to happen. Sure, I got Joey's side of the story, something that you didn't get in the first 2 books. But I don't know. That to me, like... I was reading on Goodreads and somebody said that it could have been done after the events of the second story. You know, how his life unfolded with Aoife. I kind of have to agree. I mean, I like how they met. I like how they stayed together despite everything that Joey had gone through and everything that Joey kind of put her through. But I don't know. I just didn't think that the stories needed to overlap as much as they did because it took me literally about a month to read the whole book. So Joey's story wasn't my favorite. Johnny is still number 1 for me. I started book 5 today, so Taming 7. I am literally, I think, still in the prologue because I have really not had much of a chance to read today. It is Gibbs's story. It is back to what happened to his dad and his sister. Claire was 5. Gibbs, I think, is like a year or 2 older, so maybe he's like 7 or 8. So that's where I'm at. I'm at the part where she's little and she's trying to go to the bathroom because her brother doesn't want her to pee on the bed. And she's like, I can't go because he's holding my hand. So they kind of like switch places so that she can use the bathroom. And that's exactly where I'm at. That's all I've done. I've done maybe 5 pages of the book. But I just wanted to hop on here and let you know that I finally finished book 4 after a really long month. And I am excited to start Gibbsy story because last night I was reading, and while they were having the snowball fight at the end, like, not a spoiler, but like while they were having the snowball fight at the end, Johnny hit Gibbsy with a snowball to the head, and Gibbsy's like, oh, ow, that had a rock in it. Johnny's like, yeah, I know, I put it there. That made me die of laughter. So I just love the relationship that he has with Johnny. I know that Gibbsy's afraid of water because it was revealed, I believe, in book 2, I want to say. And now we're going to see why, or go into more details as to why. This book is shorter. It's like 470 something pages compared to the 758 pages that I finished reading last night. But that's okay. I'm kind of excited for like a new story that maybe doesn't intertwine as much as the first 4 books did. So I'm excited about this one. Again, I will hop on and update you guys when I have something to update you guys on. I am 38% into Gibbsy's book. I thought I would like it better. I'm a little disconnected from this couple. I guess because I guess I got so used to Johnny and Shannon and Joey and Aoife. I'm a little disconnected from the story. I mean, I have moments where I am getting into it, but it's hard because then I have to stop. But there's something that's going on. Okay, so something happened to Liz's sister. And from what I'm getting, Lizzie, for some reason, blames Gibbsy, but then Gibbsy says he had nothing to do with it. And everybody's telling him, fix the problem. He says no, that he doesn't want to because he doesn't want to get into it. And, he would just rather leave it like that. They don't like each other, so what does it matter? What happened, I don't know. So, no spoiler. But I just know that something happened, and supposedly she feels, I guess, that he did it, or that he's to blame, or partially to blame. I don't know. Today, during my planning period, I honestly felt like doing squats, so I did read for about 45 minutes. Just straight. It was great. But that is really it. That is where I'm at. I do like how this story continues where Joey's book finished. That is kind of maybe where I wanted Joey's story to start as well. But I'm kind of glad that this one isn't just a repetition of everything that I've already seen, of how Shannon and Johnny met, and then just Gibbsy being there and just seeing things from his point of view, from his side of things. I'm glad that it's finally a continuation as to their back. The new school year has started, because the last 2 books they kind of went into the new school year, but it kind of like stopped, like, let's say right at the beginning of the school year. But this one is already like they already started school. They've been at school for maybe like a month or 2, and it's just continuing on from there. So I am liking that. At least it's not the same stuff that I've already read. According to my Kindle, I have, oopsies, I passed the page, 6 hours and 40 minutes left. I'm going to tell you right now, I'm not going to get that done today, but hopefully I can get that done by the weekend, because this book is smaller, and then I will be on to the last book of the series, and then hopefully I'll be able to read that super fast too and be done with the series, and I can finally upload a video for the first time in what feels like forever. So again, whenever I have an update, I will come back with you guys. Okay, I'm sorry if you can see that. That's Minnie Mouse, Fluffy, and then an elephant that she calls Silly Elephant. It's a teeny baby. The actual name is Peanut, but whatever. She's sleeping. I just got home. I was supposed to take her. I could have sworn that today was her annual for her doctor's appointment. It's on Wednesday. Anyways, I finished Taming 7. So I finished Gibbsy's story. Let me tell you, after like that 80% mark, I did not expect the secret to be what it was. I really, really did not. I'm not going to tell you what it is. But if you know, I literally sucked. I was at Walgreens waiting to pick up some medicine. Oh, darn it, which I gotta go now because it wasn't ready. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna go do that. I'm actually gonna go do that right now. Let me put my seatbelt. Hold on. Anyways, so I was in line at the Walgreens to get medication, which I have to go back now because it wasn't ready. And I had to put in the refill yesterday. Anyways, and I literally sucked all the air out of my car, because when I read what had happened to Gibbsy, and mind you, I know why, his fear of water, you kind of figured that out in the first 4 books. I think it was mostly book 2 that you figured it out. But the beef between him and Lizzie I never would have expected it to be, like, the reason behind it, I never would have expected it to be that. I never expected that to have happened to him. And let me tell you, I cried at the end of the book. Just the letter that was read, I don't know why that had me in my feels. I guess it's because I was coming down with my period and I was just PMSing everywhere. My emotions were everywhere. But it really did get to me, and it really did make me cry. I would have wanted the book to be longer because I kind of wanted to see if justice would have been served. Now, yesterday, I wonder why this person is taking so long to make a left turn. But yesterday, I started the 6th book, which is Lizzie's story. And I think it's Lizzie and Hugh, which is Claire's brother. Man, Lizzie doesn't have it easy either. This one goes back to like the very beginning of like when she was born and everything that she's been through. So far, I don't know if it's on the back of the book. So far, she has mental problems. Like she really does have mental health issues. And they were very obvious since she was like 2 or 3. One of the main signs was that she literally would not talk. She was about 3 and she understood everything, and she would respond like in her head. If you were to ask her a question, what color is the sky? She would tell you in her head that it was blue, but it never really, my God, not everybody's coming. But it never really clicked to say it out loud that it was blue. You get me? So nobody really knew that she could talk. And then I think when she turned 4, just randomly out of the blue, is when she started talking. So poor girl really does have mental health issues, which would explain her behavior toward Gibbsy and toward the others, because she does lash out at the others. So that is semi-explained. So now I'm getting to know who Nell is. I mean, I don't know if Nell plays any dominant role in anything, but that is where I'm at. I am literally like 6% into the book. We had a religious event yesterday and I went to bed at like 9. And I felt I was asleep before like 9:30, and my kids were in bed by 8 o'clock, so I read a little bit, and that's it. I zonked out because I was tired and sleepy. But yeah, I'm interested to see sorry, the sun is like killing me. I'm interested to see Lizzie's story, and you know, just to see how her mental illness has affected her as she's gotten older and what's gonna happen. Also, I want to know if justice will be served in this book, considering that it really didn't get served in Gibbsy's book, and she's kind of intertwined with Gibbsy based on what happened with her sister. So I'm just curious to see how all of that works out. I will update you when I have something else that I can update you guys on. So I will catch you guys later. I'm back. I finished Taming 7. Not sure if I told you that, but I finished it. And I started book 6. This one, to me, it hasn't affected me personally, but I can see how it could be triggering for some people. So far, it is very dark. Lizzie has not had an easy life. The book starts following her from when she's 3. The back of the book, I read it yesterday or the day before or something. The back of the book says that she's bipolar. I have a feeling it's not bipolar, but schizophrenia, because she hears things and sees things that aren't there. I'm not sure if that comes with bipolar, but whatever. The back of the book says that she is bipolar. Mark is also in this book, which I should have imagined it because he was with her sister, but I don't know. It's just, I don't know how much I can say without spoiling it. And I'm trying to find my local library because I have to return a book. So if you hear my GPS, I am so sorry. But it's just, he is a horrible person.
Turn right onto East Palmetto Street.
He is a horrible, horrible person. Because he is involved in Gibbsy's book. He is Gibbsy's stepbrother.
Palmetto Street for half
and it's just, I should have seen it coming in a way because of Gibbsy's book, because it's hinted there. But he is a horrible person. And I wonder how old Lizzie is going to be when she realizes that. It's just, I'm telling you, it's not easy. Her dad didn't want to admit that she has mental health issues, and it's, you know, it's completely out of her control. Her mom is the only one that like stands beside her because of everything, you know, the medicines and the medical care that she needs. They've moved a lot, so her sister kind of resents her for that. It's just, it hasn't been an easy life. On the positive side, it is Hugh's birthday party, and Hugh was obligated by his mom
1,000 feet,
to
you'll arrive at your destination.
To invite Claire's friends. Lizzie happens to be one of Claire's best friends, so she has to be invited. And he is kind of happy that he invited her because he realizes that she is really pretty. But here's the thing, Hugh is 7, the girls are 6, because the girls are a year younger than Hugh.
You have arrived.
How can you realize at 6 or 7 years old, sorry, that was way too close to my face, I am so sorry. How can you realize at 6 or 7 years old that you love that person? Like, I'm not gonna lie, I had my first crush when I was 6 years old. So I'm not gonna lie, but it's like, hold on. Okay, another thing. It says here, it wasn't just her outfit that matched mine, but her brain did too. That brings me to another thing. At his birthday party, Hugh's birthday happens to be on Halloween. So the mom makes like them dress up or whatever. He was the doctor from Jurassic Park. I forgot his name. I guess it's like the old classic Jurassic Park because this book takes place in the 90s, which is fine. Great era. How did a 6-year-old girl decide that she was going to be the female doctor to be like matchy-matchy with him? I don't know. Like the 6-year-old, like my 6-year-old, she's pretty smart because she tells you things that you're like, what? But I don't know. I don't know if she would be smart enough to want to match somebody's outfit perfectly. I don't know. Like, I don't think a 6-year-old would think like that. But hey, that's just me. Okay, sorry. I forgot to mention that little tidbit. I mean, it's nothing important. It's not a spoiler. Because in other books, you know that his birthday's on Halloween anyways. But that's just a little tidbit that I wanted to share. Catch you guys later. Hey guys, I'm back and with my final update. I finally finished the series last night. It was like 10:30, but I couldn't stop. This book had me. It had moments where I got mad. It made me cry. Some moments were like, oh my god, that is so sweet moments. I gave it a 5-star. I love Huey. Didn't think I would because Johnny's still, I don't know, but man, it's a close one. Because everything that Hugh went through to be with Liz, it's like, I don't know if anybody else would be willing to do that. And she makes so much more sense now in the other books why she is the way that she is. Like the ending, like obviously you know kind of the ending, you know their love story, you know who they're with, but now that at least it's the part of the series that's out, because supposedly we get 2 more books in 2026, don't know when, and then rumor has it that the next one is like Feely and Katie, which I don't know how that's gonna work, but whatever. And it's like a Lizzie and Hugh story is nowhere to be. So my question is their story done? Because you know how it is with the other, like, because you've seen it in the other books. I don't want that to be the case because I want to know what happens with Mark. And everything that happened with Gibbsy at that winter dance, I want to know how that plays out now with Liz. Like when that was revealed, I wonder now if Liz's opinion about Gibbsy has changed, or her feelings toward Gibbsy have changed, because I don't know how to express it without spoiling anything, but it really has me wondering, because like I can't. So I'm kind of mad that the series is over. I'm kind of glad because it's 6 books. 4 or 5 of them are really big. I've been reading it since like July. It is now November 21st. So I've been reading them for quite a few months. I mean, to you guys, it's only been a few minutes, but you know what I mean. It's a cliffhanger, which I kind of had the feeling that it would be. I wanted closure, especially with such a big book. But it is what it is. The next books come out next year, so I don't know when next year. So I'm gonna have to like watch a recap, maybe even my own video, to remember what happens when the next books come out. But all in all, so far I have given the series a 5-star. The only books I really was not a fan of was Joey and Aoife's story. I'm sorry, Joey. But Johnny, I think, still has my heart. Hugh is very up there with Johnny, though. Like, I can't decide officially, because I don't know, man. Like I said, everything that Hugh went through just to be with Lizzie, after everything that she's been through and everything he put her through, I also got my question answered as I was reading as to what caused their breakup. And don't tell me that you didn't know, because if you've read the books, you know that they were not together in the other books anyway. But I thought it would be one thing, but it wasn't what I thought. It was something else. I mean, it is explained why, and I get what's his face. I guess I get Huey's point of view. I mean, I also feel for Lizzie because she wasn't in her right state of mind, but you know, it is what it is. You have to respect Hugh's feelings as well. But yeah, I really enjoyed the book. I finally finished the series, at least what's out of the series, and I cannot wait to see what the next 2 books, so supposedly it's 2 books coming out in 2026, what they bring. So if you have read the series, please comment below what your favorite book is, what you thought of the series in general, who your least favorite character is. I also want to know if your opinion about Liz changed when you read this book. Like, obviously after you read the other ones and after you've seen a side of her that now you saw under the side of her. So I'm just curious as to what your opinion is on the series. So thank you so much for watching this video, and I will catch you guys on the next one. Bye.